this. I'm going to hammer that 5-inch nail into the middle of my head. Middle of my head. It's a real hammer, you know, and it's going to go in the middle of my head. Are you ready? You can put this online, I think. 1, 2, you're really sick. Before I was 8 years old, I wanted to be a clown. Number 1. That was it. There's no defining moment. There's no, a clown came to my birthday party. It was like, somewhere along the line, it was what I was doing. It just built into me, it was what I was doing. My mom and dad would take me to the Shrine Circus, the Alchemia Shrine Temple, or Ringling Bros at the Coliseum. Every year, we went to both. And every time I would scream and yell as I was 1 and 2 about, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave. Like most kids, I just never wanted it to end. Then the next years, I wanted to dress up as a clown and go to the shows. And then by the time I was like 7, I was telling people that's what I was going to do. I knew that clowning in circus was way different. I knew that clowning in circus wasn't like a birthday party clown and stuff like that. Like I remember my folks hiring a birthday party clown when I was younger, and it was he was good. He did a magic show and stuff like that. I didn't go to clown college, so before I went on tour with Ringling Bros, I had to learn by joining smaller circuses and living out of my car. Here in town, I worked at Libertyland. I had my own show at Libertyland called Mr. Giggles' Jungle Adventure. It was the old Seal Pool Theater. They had filled it with concrete. The year before they had a circus, and then the next year they did this show. There was giant foam head costume characters, and I played Larry, Lord of the Apes, and I was just me, doing me. And then they had a guy named Mr. Giggles, who was this other character that came in. And I worked at Kroger. My dad one day had an argument about you need to learn how to have a regular income. Because I had made great money, doing birthday parties on the weekend, making $200. He said, you got to go, make money. So I walked down to Kroger, because I used to live off Mindenhall. So I walked down to Kroger and got a job being a bag checker. I was like, I wasn't there an hour. Kid was crying, so I balanced a shopping cart on my chin, because I was young and an idiot. And the manager ran over, like, what are you doing? And I got fired on the spot. Those are my only 2 real tastes in real jobness. I've been lucky that I've been a performer my whole life ever since. Without telling my folks, I ended up joining a sideshow. It was the Jim Rose Circus sideshow. And my best friend at the time lied to my parents, used to call in and say, oh yeah, Larry's in Fort Smith, Arkansas with this circus. And meanwhile, I was working on the Marilyn Manson 9 Inch Nails tour, juggling 3 running chainsaws. I don't recommend you learn this. I just want to let you know. 12 shows in 4 days at the Garden at one point. I didn't see daylight when that happened. Wake up, go to the Garden, Madison Square Garden, do 3 shows, 3.5 hours long each, an hour pre-show, 2.5 hours of a show, 30 minutes to get ready for the next show where I'd scarf down some food, call my mama, whatever. Do the next 3.5 hour long show, 30 minutes to the next one. So, do that. As soon as it was done, run to our show shuttle, head back to the train, sleep for 6 hours, get back up and do the next day's 3, But you have to, because that's your job. Last one. Jenga, 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 Jenga. It's so quiet. Ta-da! Now the best part, getting it out. Hold that right there. Good? Tilt it a little more down. Look, a booger! No, it's not.